Hello everyone, I'm Susan Lee MacDonald and welcome back to The Interview. For over a decade, the popularity of musicals here in Korea has absolutely skyrocketed. International shows from the West End and Broadway are performing here in Korea because the demand for awesome musicals is really high. Today I'll be meeting with the star of Mamma Mia, none other than Sara Poyzer, and we're going to talk with this incredible actress and musical singer about her experiences here in Korea and what it's like to be a musical star. So join me as I interview her right now.
I don't want to talk about things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history.
Hi. Oh, hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hello, so nice
How are you doing?
to meet you. I'm doing great, Sarah.
Good.
So nice to meet you.
You too. This is my husband, Stan.
Hello, Stan.
This is my mum, Vilma.
Oh, hello, Vilma. Welcome to Korea.
And this is our company manager, Naomi.
Oh, so nice to meet you. Well, welcome to The Interview.
Thank you.
I'm so looking forward to talking with you. So come on in.
Great, thank you.
All right. There's so much that I want to ask you about your life as a musical actress.
I'm looking forward to it, I really am.
So here we have our interview set all ready to go.
Great.
And we have our staff that are, coordinating all the cameras and whatnot.
Okay.
And this will be your seat.
Okay,
so
lovely.
please have a
Thank you.
seat. Well, I'm super excited to talk to you today.
Yeah, me too. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we've never had an internationally acclaimed musical star like yourself here.
Okay.
And we've had a gentleman who was from Miss Saigon, and he was fantastic.
Great.
But I'm such a huge fan of Mamma Mia.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good to hear.
Mamma Mia has been such a huge success worldwide, and here in Korea previously there was only the Korean production.
Right.
And so this is the first time that it's been actually in English with the subtitles on the side.
Yeah.
What has that been like for you with the response from the audience and reviews?
I guess that after 10 years there are probably people who are coming back to the show who know the show already. So what's nice is that, because I think sometimes the language can be a barrier if you're reading rather than watching it. Mm-hmm. But I have a feeling that people know this show so well now, so that when audiences come, there's a sort of a sense of ownership, like they know it and it kind of belongs to them. So whilst the audiences are very different to the UK, or maybe say the Swiss or the South African, it feels like when you start the show, they know what they're going to get, which is a nice, there's a kind of mutual understanding. It's like, yeah, we're Mamma Mia, you know we are, you know what's going to happen here, right? So that's actually been really nice. But I think that they are not more appreciative, they're just more vocal. So I think the audiences here have been quieter, and it feels like here, maybe they need permission at the end. Now I've learned to go, stand up, join in, and as soon as you do, they are willing to kind of join in and take part. So that's been quite an interesting kind of... And I also think the audiences here like the sentimental parts of the show more. I really feel that they're with me when I sing Slipping and some of the sadder moments. And I can sometimes hear the odd sort of sniff of a nose and maybe someone's upset, which has been... it's really nice because it feels that they respect and like those moments, and so they're quiet, which is lovely.
So you've been in Korea for how long now with this role of Donna?
3.5 months.
3.5 months.
3.5, 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
So close to 100 days. 100
Yes.
lucky days.
Yes.
And you're performing here in Seoul, and you'll soon be going on tour to the rest of Korea, yes?
Yeah, we've got 2 more dates in Korea. We're here till the end of March, and then we go to Daegu, and then Busan. And so 2 more dates in Korea, but we're coming back to Asia at a later point in the tour, so yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You've been in Korea just for about 3.5 months and working as Donna on Mamma Mia. It's a rigorous schedule for you guys,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is, yeah.
Tell me what it's like on a day-to-day basis for someone like yourself who is a well-seasoned veteran actress and performer, and doesn't it get hard for you? What is it like from morning to night?
Yeah, I think what I've discovered, even though I've done the role before, is it gets harder as the time goes on. Even though I become physically fitter, the fact that I do the same thing every night starts to put pressure on me, on my voice, on my body. So it's a weird kind of mixture of the two. I get fitter, but I get more tired. And I have to remind myself that I'm not here on holiday, because my tendency would be go and sightsee as much as I can. But I have to be careful and kind of manage that. So I spend quite a lot of time resting, which is kind of boring, but I get to read a lot and take care of myself. I don't drink a lot of alcohol. I don't go out partying very much. I leave that to the youngsters in the company because they're very fit. And I take my job really seriously. I think I have a huge responsibility because
I mean, you are the lead actress after all.
Yeah, right. And I also think that if someone's paid to come and see the show, they don't want to see me when I'm on an off day. Now, inevitably, we have better shows than other shows. But I have a commitment to the audience to give them the best show that I can any night. And I take that really seriously. Because I love going to the theatre myself. Whenever I go, all I think is, please be good, please work hard. Because I think that it's about that relationship between the audience and the performer. So yeah, it's tough, but it's something that I wouldn't change for the world. I absolutely love it.
What is it like to be a musical actress that is based so far from home?
It's really interesting. I think that inevitably people get homesick. I miss certain home comforts, but I'm also really aware of the opportunity this has given me. I don't imagine I'd ever come to Seoul unless it was for work, so I don't imagine I'd come here on holiday. But the fact that I'm now here, experiencing your culture and experiencing the audiences here, I feel incredibly grateful. I've had the best time.
I am curious though, because there might be some people who don't know Mamma Mia.
Sure.
Would you mind explaining a little bit about the storyline for Mamma Mia?
Yeah, sure. So my daughter in the show, Sophie, she's getting married on a Greek island where we live, and she doesn't know who her father is, because when her mum was young, she was a little bit crazy, and there's one of three men.
You're a little minx. You're worse than your mother.
I want to sing it out to everybody. What a joy, what a life, what a chance. Thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I'm asking of honesty. Thank you for the music, for giving it to me. So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me.
Certainly from Donna's point of view, it's a kind of stressful hour in the show, and she still likes Sam, and maybe Sam likes her, but she kind of resents him. And meanwhile, Sophie's kind of arguing with her boyfriend. There's a little bit of drama that kind of ends with the winner takes it all, and she sings to Sam and says, listen, this is what's happened to us. But as with most musical theatre shows, everything's fine in the end, which is
Absolutely.
great. And I get to marry my husband every single night.
When I saw the show last week, I went with our producer as well as
Oh,
a
okay.
mutual friend, and she actually wasn't really that keen on watching the musical in the beginning. She's like, oh, well, I've seen musicals before, and you know,
Yeah.
what could this offer me? And she was one of the ones at the end, you know, screaming and
That's so
chanting
good.
and
Oh,
dancing.
that's so
But
good.
in the middle, when you sang the various songs, especially Winner Takes It All and Slipping Away, she was crying. I had to actually hold her hand because she was heaving.
Has she got a daughter?
And yes, she does have a daughter.
Right, okay.
So it definitely really
So
touched
poignant,
her.
isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And her daughter's away in the States, so you know, that
Okay, so it's
separation.
right there.
You know, and
Yeah.
for me, my mom is also far away in the
Yeah.
U.S. So you know, hearing that song just made me think. There's something about a universal appeal of this show that really touches everyone.
I think you're right. I've been asked this question before, and I often say I think, and this kind of sounds crazy, but I think Mamma Mia is like Shakespeare. Shakespeare is still done, 400 or 500 nearly years later, because it's about the human condition, and so is Mamma Mia. It's about jealousy, love, friendship, lost love, found love, young love, new love, friendship, old friendship. And Shakespeare does the same thing in a different way, of course. But I think And you mentioned it before, the songs, there's a song somewhere in there that everybody can go, oh yeah, I get that, I understand that. Whether it's The Winner Takes It or Super Troop is a beautiful song. It's about not being with your partner because you're working. Now, it happens to be that she's singing about being on the stage, but other jobs can take people away from each other. So there are lots of, and then maybe there's something about the voulez-vous that's a sexy party. And so I think there's universal appeal. And I've seen people at 90 years old in the audience and 9 years old. And everybody in between, and men as well. I think people think it's a show for girls, but I think men, my husband came to see it and he loved it, and now he's in it, which is just great.
Now to you.
Yeah.
How did you get your start in acting and musicals and singing?
I kind of wanted more of an academic career, maybe in some sort of writing or journalism.
I mean, it sounds like you wanted to be a little bit more practical.
Yeah,
initially,
I'm quite a practical person. I'm quite a list writer and a project manager, and not necessarily the creative side only comes out in me when all that's organised. But then I got a job working in the theatre in the city that I'm from, Nottinghamshire. And I kind of ignored this voice in my head. Every time I watched one of the shows, there was a voice in my head sort of saying, you should be doing that, you should be on stage. And I ignored it because it's not practical, and you know, maybe I'm not going to get any work as an actor. So finally I kind of listened to the voice when I was maybe 22, 23, so I'd already been to college and further education. So I thought, okay, I'll audition for drama school. If I don't get in, fine, I'll let it go. So I auditioned at a few drama schools and I got into a few drama schools, so I'm like, okay. But then I needed some sort of financial assistance to go to college. So again, quite casual, I'm like, okay, I'll apply. If I don't get in, no problem. But it kind of felt like the universe was conspiring, and I got in, I got the grant, so I thought, I have to go. So I was 24 when I went to drama school, which is fairly late, but I don't regret that. I felt like I was able to work. I did a kind of 9-to-5 job, I got some office experience, I got some practical life experience, so it was slightly late for me. And then the singing element, even though I've always loved singing, and a lot of the plays that I've been in had singing in, a friend and a writer wrote a play for me called Satin and Steel.
For you?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a two-hander, two people in this show. And she wrote it specifically for me. She's now a very successful writer.
How amazing. Wow.
Yeah, and it's called Satin and Steel, and it was about Tina Satin and Vince Steele. And they were very big on the kind of club circuit in the UK. You go to pubs and you sing and you turn up and sparkly curtains. And she wrote this play for me. And my agent said, oh, you can sing more than I thought. So then I auditioned for musical theatre, and the first musical I got was Billy Elliot. And so my
I love
journey,
that
yeah, it's a
show.
beautiful show. My journey into musical theatre was fairly late, but I love it, and it's the most gorgeous show. So yeah, I did that show, and then I did the next big musical theatre was Mamma Mia.
So what's interesting is that you're married to one of the actors in the musical, yes?
That's right.
And he plays the role of Sam.
That's right, yeah.
And so you get to basically marry your
him every
husband?
night. Yeah.
Every night.
Yeah.
That's such a hoot.
It's kind of surreal, yeah. It's great. I mean, I couldn't wish for anything better. You know, it's fantastic that I get to travel with my best friend and my husband, and we get married, and it's pretty good, yeah.
Wow.
It's really good fun.
Now, speaking of your husband, I really would love to hear about how you two met, how you are working together.
I know.
And just that amazing story. So let's introduce your husband
Okay,
to
yes.
everyone. So come on in. Well, we'd like to welcome you to the interview, and I'm so curious now. I heard you calling him Stan earlier. Yes.
Yeah.
So is that a nickname?
Yeah, it is a nickname. I'm Richard Standing, but ever since I was at school when you're little, there's a lot of Richards. In England as well, there's a lot of calling people their last name. Although here, of course, a lot of last names are first as well.
Sure.
Like, so it's So yeah, Stan. It's
Stan.
just simple.
Not
Yeah.
to be confused with Sam.
Yeah, Stan playing Sam. It's quite confusing.
Well, I'm so glad that you and your wife are here together for the interview, and I want to know, how is it that a couple gets to travel together and work together like this?
I mean, in the past when we've worked together, it's because we met the company that we were doing Merchant of Venice with. We've worked for that theatre company a number of times. And so that's like a series of relationships that are kind of, we belong to a sort of theatre family in the UK. But here, Sara was already doing the show. And
In London.
In London. I, the year before, went up for Sam.
Okay.
I've never really done a musical. I'm sort of mostly straight theatre, pretty much all straight theatre. And I went up for Sam and got down to the final stages, and it was going very well. I could have been better, but I think I was good enough. But the guy didn't leave. He stayed for another year, because that's what they'll see people just in case, and you know. So they knew of me, but I hadn't done the job. Sara was doing it in town. They asked her to do the tour, and she did say, I think, to the director, "Do you remember seeing my husband?" And like, "Oh yeah, we quite liked him, yeah." That
But
we
he
were
gets it
married.
on merit rather
Yes,
than...
not just simply because he's your
Yeah.
husband.
I mean, the short answer is sort of dumb luck, really. I mean, it shouldn't necessarily happen in our sort of lines of work. The chances of us working together, because obviously it's not just, is Sara capable, am I capable? It's, are you the right height? Are you the right age? Is the play right? But we've done it a number of times, actually. We managed to pull it off. About 6 times, maybe, we've worked together.
So, doing some prior research, I found out that you met on the set of The Merchant of Venice. Is that
Yeah, we
correct?
did, yeah.
Wow. So that was about 10 years ago, is that right?
Yeah.
10 years ago this year,
years
yeah.
ago.
Which is...
10 years this
Yeah.
year. Wow. So, was it love at first sight? What?
No, not at all, not at all. I mean, shall I start, and then you can tell me what's wrong?
your version of events.
I hope I'm not getting you in.
No, not at all. No. This is it's quite funny, really, because when we first met, the thing is about actors and working together and all that, there's always a sort of, that you work very intensely together. So on first day, you're looking around saying who's going to be friendly, who do you think might be difficult. And we were working opposite each other, and I looked at Sara and I thought, oh well, nothing romantic's going to happen here. She's nice, but I don't, you know, no. And then she looked at me.
Did you know this?
No, it gets worse. It gets worse. Because when I finally admitted that, she said she looked at me and was like, oh, I wish it was the other guy. So, yeah, that was good. Having said that, what happens, and I like this because there's a thing sometimes where the universe conspires and is cleverer than you are. So I had to play guitar and sing a song with Sara. And every day at the end of rehearsals, we had to rehearse that song. And gradually I started to realise that I was looking forward to that more and more every day, like it was the best part of the day. And you start to think, why is that? She was tremendous fun. I mean, I liked her a heck of. We were really good friends straight away. I mean, I don't know, I'm not as funny as you are. I think I am. But what did you
Now
think?
he's kind of backtracking a little
What
bit.
did you think?
I thought the same thing. I was in an 11-year relationship before I met Stan. And I knew I was going to be playing lovers with him, and saw him and thought, I'm safe. My heart's safe. And then 6 months later, at the end of the job, wasn't it?
We were colleagues, and then friends,
yeah.
and then really good friends, and then it was a bit like, oh no, yeah, we're more than just friends, really.
So every day you're working with each other. What was it that really drew you to Sara, and what drew you to Stan?
You go first.
Silent.
No, I've got lots of things
I
to say,
think
but
that
I've just been
Stan,
talking a lot.
I just thought he was a really good man. Apart from the physical attraction, I just think he's a good man. I think he's got a good moral compass, and he's kind and talented and honest and fun. But the first thing I thought was, he's just a good person, and I think that can be rare, I think, to find that absolutely genuine guy. So that was the thing for me initially.
And to be honest, Sara, I mean, she's being very grown up now, but she was always the craziest, funniest person in the room. She was just really funny. And really sort of, and you were very sexy then, even though I was kind of like in denial of the fact and go, no, I'm fine. You are very sexy and very funny and very smart. And there is a thing about actors, and we've talked about this in the past, like, I don't mind somebody not being great at their job if they're trying their hardest, but you do really respect colleagues who you admire, and we admired each other as colleagues, really, and I still do admire her when I work with her. It's like I'm not just working with my wife, I'm working with somebody I've worked with a number of times, and we have an understanding and a working relationship.
Yeah.
And we give each other notes and criticisms. And
Now, are you each other's biggest supporters as well as kind of honest critics of one
I
another
think
too?
so.
I think so, yeah. I definitely would sort of fight her corner or reassure. But we both sometimes need that because it's, you know, you're quite exposed.
We work in an industry where I think sometimes people say what you want to hear, and what's great about Stan and me is that we sometimes say the things you don't want to hear, but actually are worth saying.
Yeah.
So
She does say a lot of things I don't want to say.
So
Yeah, is that as a wife or as a colleague?
No, it's just honesty. You need honesty. You need honesty. You could go and say, I mean, it's hard working together and living together all the time. But it'd be very, very hard to lose a lot of the benefits we have. And one of them is you've got somebody who you just know is going to be honest.
Yeah.
Or who will say to you, you know, stop worrying about that. You're just getting in your own way. Just don't do that, you know.
Merchant of Venice is where you met, and now you're here with Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
What are some of the shows that you did in between together?
After Merchant of Venice, we did School for Scandal, I
which is
think.
an outrageous, grotesque restoration comedy.
About manners and gossip and
destroying
quite nasty people.
reputations.
There's only like one nice person in the whole play. Everybody else is quite nasty. I played a vain sort of idiot man, and she played the head of the gossips, like this kind of Lady Sneerwell. And that was good fun. That's comedy.
And seeing your photo, I mean, it looks completely different. You're you know, so elegant and so lovely here, but in that photo, or
like a
of
monster.
how you're dressed as Miss Sneerwell, just your hair is teased out to here. Is that a wig or is that
No,
your
that was
hair?
my own hair. The director decided to make it. A lot of restoration has beautiful white powdered wigs, but he wanted it to be a little more ugly than that as a piece. So he said, as a man, just backcomb your hair, just tease it out. So for 6 months I was.
It's a really, and the theatre company is also very musical, and for that, this is, I don't know if you've told this. So I play bass, double bass, and guitar and things. But Sara she reads music and sings and stuff, but she doesn't really, and plays a bit of flute.
Okay.
But they said, oh, you're playing the trombone.
So I had to
So
learn.
you had
So
to
she
learn
had
how
to learn the
trombone.
She had to learn lots of trombone, and she did really
That's
well.
actually very good. It sounds like a real trombone.
I've done a lot of work to keep myself fed as an actor.
That's too funny.
I know, I can do it, but you had to actually play it.
It's great.
So that was good fun. And that was good. That was about 6 or 7 months touring
So
around.
playing the trombone, having to tease your hair every day. Now you were also wearing what looks like a corset.
Yeah.
I mean,
Proper
is
corset.
that difficult to sing with
Yeah,
a
I'm
corset?
not a fan of a corset because I unnecessarily panic a little bit. So when the first time I put it on, it was kind of
It's proper.
fainting. And yeah, I mean, really.
You know, pulled in.
And obviously you need your diaphragm and you need
Yes.
to, you intend to inhale when you're singing, you need to fill your lungs from the bottom, which is hard when you're kind of trapped.
Or even just to speak. I mean, the thing is that there was a couple of songs, but mostly it's speaking. But you're playing theatres where you have
And
to
to project,
really,
even
no
to
microphones,
use your,
obviously.
yeah.
Wow.
But then some of the time during the show I was off stage, and quite often you can get out of costume, but because it was so difficult to get in, I had to sit.
Like a doll.
And then to get up, people had to like pull me up out of the. And I remember every night at 10 o'clock they would undo the laces, and it felt like.
Like you could finally breathe again.
Yeah, yeah.
The pattern that you'll find is whenever we work together, Sara has a lot more to do, and it's a lot harder. I had to wear a really beautiful blue coat and swan about and just flick my hair.
And I'm like,
She's like that. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. That's the pattern. I only do the easy things. And she has to do it. It's exactly the same thing. That is true, actually.
Now I'm curious, as a couple, because you both act and you both also sing very wonderfully, I might add. Are there certain songs that you would be able to maybe even sing for us here today?
Oh, crikey.
well, if I'm thinking about the show, one of my favourites is I Don't Want to Talk about things we've gone through, though it's hurting me, now it's history. Because I think it's like conversation. There's something so beautiful about it that it's an absolute joy to sing it every single night.
This is the winner takes it all.
Yeah, and even if maybe some nights I'm a bit more tired or it's been a difficult show, I get to look into Stan's eyes and I tell him this story. And it's not a scene just about me, it's a two-way scene, even though he doesn't speak. He gives me everything that I need in that moment. So I love singing that song. But then I also love singing, My, I Waterloo, Napoleon did surrender, because it's just so exciting. And also it's the Eurovision song winning song.
Now, given that you two are very talented singers as well as actors, I'd love to hear you all sing. I know you've given us some little samples here and there. What would you be able to sing for us, Sara?
I'm going to sing a snippet from 2 different songs to kind of demonstrate what we were talking about the different styles of singing.
Okay.
I think I'm going to sing...
Become a masterclass.
Oh yeah. I'm going to sing the song that we had. We got married on a farm, and when I came around the corner, my girlfriends sang this song. It's a folk song. I also sing it. It's my song that I sing for classical, like Shakespeare auditions, because they want something a bit sweeter. And it's an old English folk song, and it's called "She Moves Through the Fair," isn't it?
I love that
Yeah, you
song.
know it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I think I'm a bit nervous. I'm better in front of 2,000 people. I'll just sing a little bit, and then I'm going to sing something else after, just a little burst of something else.
Okay.
Okay. My young love said to me, my mother won't mind, and my father won't slight you for your lack of kind. And she lay her hand on me, and this she did say, it will not be long, love, till our wedding day. More or less, finish. Next
This is
one.
beautiful. I just got more.
And then if I'm going to go for maybe more of a musical theatre audition, maybe I'm a big fan of Judy Garland, who isn't a big fan of Judy Garland, so I might sing a little bit of, I don't know what it's called.
Which one?
I'm just noticing your eyes are a little teary. Is that because of
I
your...
have no idea what.
As you were singing, She Moves to the Fair. Oh, that's so sweet.
That's so nice.
There's something in all of us when people sing. Doesn't matter who they are. It's a kind of little. It's quite an emotionally brave thing to do. Like when if I see somebody sing on a street corner, I go. So, soppy.
Oh.
So that's a kind of sweeter, I think that's called your middle voice, that kind of sweeter sound, but maybe if I was going for something more musical theatre, I might sing something more like, the sun is shining, come on, get happy, you better chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy, get ready for the judgment day. The sun is shining, come on, get happy, the Lord is waiting to take your hand. Sing hallelujah, come on, get happy, we're gonna be going to the promised land. We're heading across the river while she sins away in the tide. It's oh so peaceful on the other side. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy, you better chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy, get ready for the judgment day.
Woo! Fantastic.
So yeah.
Not bad sitting down either.
It's my private little concert here. This is awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sarah. You do have a really lovely voice.
Thank you.
And to be able to do all the different types of songs and to be able to do them well is not necessarily
thanks.
easy.
Yeah, but I think if you love something, it comes easier to you. So I love it. So,
Yeah.
oh, thanks. I'm so nervous.
Now it's your turn,
Right.
to be able to sing, and I see that we have a guitar ready for
We
you.
do.
I've just
run- Can someone bring a
Somebody
guitar?
shipped in the. This isn't my guitar. This is Harry's guitar in the show.
Mamma Mia guitar.
Great.
It's not the greatest guitar in the world because it's a prop, so it looks great. I'm not sure how it sounds.
Hush now. It's fine. It's good. It's good.
Go on then. All right then. This is all I could think of. It's terrible. You sing a song, you think, well, I'm a singer, I should be able to sing a song. But largely, you just learn the things that you're doing at the time, and then my brain just forgets them. But I used to sing this to my little boys when they were little, and it's a poem that I set to music. So it's goes like this. Your slightest look easily will unfold me, as I have folded myself as fingers. You open always petal by petal myself, as spring opens touching mysteriously her first rose. That's a bit jazzy now. I do not know what it is about you that opens and closes. Only something inside me understands. colors of your eyes is deeper than all roses. It's nearly finished. They're asleep now. Nobody, not even the rain, has such small hands.
So nice.
So hopefully they're asleep, because otherwise it's still good. And then they have to wake up. But they're 20 odd years old now, so I can't sing it to them anymore.
That's, well, you just sung it for them.
Maybe.
Thank you so much.
No, that's right.
You know, it's been a pleasure to have the two of you here, and I'm really so thankful that you have also come to Korea to be able to do the show, because it's been a real joy to see the two of you on stage. Now, before you have to go, is there something that you'd like to be able to kind of share with the Korean audience or the audiences around the world about what you're doing here?
Yeah, I mean, just that it'd be great if you haven't seen the show. It would be great if you could come along, because I mean, I know it depends. You know, not everybody can afford a ticket, and you know, sometimes it's hard and people's lives are busy. But before I left to come here, there was a woman who works in a local shop near me, and I said I was going to Seoul to do Mamma Mia, and she was like, "Oh my goodness!" Just after she had a very terrible experience, her mother died, and for 2 years she got very, very sad and unhappy. And she said the turning point was she went to see a show, went to see Mamma Mia. She was dragged there by her daughter, and for 2 hours she didn't think about the things that had been making her unhappy. So, what are you going to say about that? I don't want to get all upset. So for me, it's like every night you think, well, there's maybe somebody there who just for 2 hours can forget their troubles. Come on, get happy.
I just want to say thanks to people for coming to see it.
Oh,
I
that's, yeah, if you have come as well, yeah.
People have been, and yeah, those that are going to come from now on, to say thanks, because I don't underestimate how much the audience gives to us, and whilst we are giving them a performance, they give so much back to us, and I'm so grateful for that, and so grateful for the experiences I've had because of Mamma Mia, and because it's globally loved, and to be part of that world is brilliant. I also want to say thanks to my husband, because he is the best person to have around, and his support is something that I will never underestimate.
Oh, you beat me. I was going to say something nice about you.
You can too.
Yes.
No, we're very lucky, and it's good to remember that. So that's good.
Well, your chemistry is certainly apparent on stage, and
Good acting.
Thank you guys for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank
I'm
you.
red now.
It was such a blast having Stan on.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
He's such a great person.
Yeah, he's great, yeah. He's now gone to get me some food. He's just the best.
Oh,
the best.
that's so
yeah,
nice.
He's so
Wow.
kind, yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that he was able to kind of share this experience with us.
Me too,
here.
yeah, really glad, yeah.
Now, given that you are now on tour internationally, is there something else that you'd like to make sure that you do within your career?
Do you know, it sounds like a cliche, but I feel so lucky that I've created new roles, which is always very exciting. So no one's ever said those words before and played that part before. I've done that, which has been really exciting. To play the lead in a musical is definitely on one of my lists. I have a list of boxes that I like to tick off.
Yes.
And one of them was to play the lead in a musical. There's certain theatres in London's West End that I would like to work in.
Yes.
But you know, I'm pretty happy with my lot. Would I like to do a movie in Hollywood? Sure, who wouldn't? Yeah, I'd like to do some more film work, but I feel like I've succeeded as an actress, and that was all I ever really wanted to do, was to earn a living doing what I love.
Which is not always easy to do.
No, it's not easy. No, I think 96% of actors are out of work at any time, and more women are out of work. There are more women who go into the business, and there are less roles for us. Mamma Mia is quite unique that it centres around 3 friends and Sophie. There's 4 very strong women in Mamma Mia.
Yes.
I think it's because the creative team are women. But mostly, I mean, Shakespeare, I do a lot of Shakespeare, and most of the roles are men. So it's kind of, you have to fight very hard for your position. And I'm very grateful because I don't think it's talent alone. I think there's a lot of luck.
Yes.
There's a lot of hard work and tenacity, which I think working in business has given me. So I'm pretty happy.
Now, do you think that this was your calling?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a job. It feels like my life. It feels like I'm an actor 24/7. So yeah, I think so. And I kind of try to ignore it, but I think if you're meant to do something, I do believe in fate, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't think I had a choice. It was what I was meant to do, I think, yeah.
A very interesting fact also is that your sister Claire
Yeah.
is also playing Donna.
Yes.
And while you're here in Korea playing the
Yeah.
lead Donna, she is in London playing the lead Donna.
So as
mean,
I kind of finish the show and go to bed, she wakes up and goes and does the show. So
that's
it's like,
amazing.
my poor parents have seen Mamma Mia maybe 30 times. She should have some sort of key, like a key to the city. She should have like a key to Mamma Mia and just flash it wherever she goes. Because my mum particularly has been a huge supporter and has seen me and my sister Claire do this role many, many times.
she's probably coaching you at this point.
Right. She comes to see it and says, yeah, I noticed the little thing there. She knows the show so well.
Yes.
I like this Donna and I like this Tanya and I like this Rosie. Hopefully she always likes the Donna. But
I'm sure she can't take her eyes off of
yeah,
you.
but I think what's amazing after all this time is now she can look elsewhere. At first you always watch the person you know,
Right.
but now she can watch the show more and she knows the show so well. But what I'd like to do is do a show with my sister. My sister would be really good as Tanya. My sister's like me, but she's taller and very long-limbed, and I think she's got a good Tanya in her.
Wow.
Yeah, I think she could do that. So that would be great. That's what I'd like to do.
Yes.
Is be in a show with my sister. That would be because my husband. I've done that.
Yes.
And we'll do it again, I'm sure. I'd like to be on stage with Claire. She's a beautiful singer and a great talent.
Last but not least, I know that you've got a really busy schedule today because you are performing tonight after
Yeah.
all. And
yeah.
so
2 hours or
so
so.
what I'd like to be able to do is to let you go and get
Okay.
dressed and get prepared for tonight.
Sure.
And we're going to shortly follow you to your dressing room
All
and to
right.
see what it's like for you right before the show.
Yeah, of course.
So
That'd
is
be
that
great.
okay?
Yeah, I'd look forward to it.
Okay,
Yeah, thank
fantastic.
You.
Okay,
Thanks so
great.
much.
Sure.
An hour and a half before the actual performance, the entire cast of Mamma Mia took the stage. Mamma Mia is a jukebox musical comprised of 22 hit songs of the international pop sensation ABBA, so it's essential for the cast to do a vocal warm-up before the actual performance. This way, their voices are ready for the intensive singing ahead. After the vocal exercises, the actors begin warming up their bodies according to the instructions. Everyone seems to be bursting with energy. As the lead actress, Sara Poyzer especially pays great attention to maintaining the best physical condition possible. The cast members were complimented on their previous night's performance and reminded of matters requiring attention. I went to the dressing room to see Sara before the performance.
So this is where Sara Poyzer's room is. The VIP dressing room, Sara Poyzer. So let's see if she's in. Hello. Hello.
Hey.
Hi. May I come in?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, wonderful. So this is your dressing room.
Yeah.
It's so spacious.
I know, it's quite
Oh, my
good, isn't it?
goodness.
Yeah. Got a nice
Wow.
little sofa for a little nap.
May I sit here? Oh,
Please
it's
sit
so
there.
great.
Yeah.
Wow.
These are all my kind of bits and pieces. This is my picture of my niece, which I keep with me. There's a few cards from her. And this is the sort of simple, kind of basic kit, but this is all I need.
So that you do your own makeup?
Do my own makeup, and then somebody else does my hair for me. So my rolls are on ready. And Rob, who's head of wigs and hair, will come in maybe like half an hour and does my hair and makeup.
My goodness,
So, yeah.
wow. And you had dinner, I trust.
I had a sandwich, yes, I'm ready. Just a little bit of fuel for the show.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I see that you have a lavalier over here.
Yeah, I have two microphone packs because I don't have time to change them because I'm on stage so much. So they give me two. And here's all my costumes. This is all that we talked about before. This is the trooper costume.
Oh, how awesome.
Yeah, so this is the the costume that I wear, one of the many costumes that I wear.
Oh, that's so fantastic.
And here are my friends.
Oh, great.
This is gorgeous Sue Devaney, who plays Rosie, and this is the equally gorgeous Jerry, who plays Tanya.
Hi.
Lovely to meet you. This is lovely Susan.
Hi, Susan. Nice to meet you.
And these are my brilliant friends in the show, and also my brilliant friends out of the show as well. We have a great time.
Yeah.
Is it too fun to work together and perform
It's great
together?
fun, isn't it?
It's fantastic. Sometimes it is too much fun because they just make me laugh on stage and off stage. So
That is true, yeah. And I saw you guys, you had great chemistry on
Oh,
stage.
good.
Oh,
Yeah. Should we have a seat?
Oh,
Take
yeah.
the weight off. Take the weight off. We've got a long show to do.
You don't want to go on the cushion because
Oh,
you're
yes,
the
Let's go
yes,
in
that's
position.
true. Yes, let's find a position.
Get Donna in the middle.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
No,
Which
Chase.
is,
Yes,
the
it's
Chase,
yes.
yes.
And a backing band.
So it's another interview. So how long have you guys been working together as a team?
We started rehearsals in October in London for 4 weeks, and then we came out to Seoul 17th November for
You remember it?
I can't believe it.
We were on the 18th.
18th, that's
Yeah.
right, yeah, for a week of rehearsals, and then we opened sometime in November. So yeah, it's been full on, hasn't it? It's been really busy.
And now that it's just less than a couple hours from your performance, what do you normally do before you go out on stage? There's a lot required of you, yeah?
Well, we laugh a lot. We have a bit of a gossip if we've not seen each other
Yeah,
during the day.
catch up.
Have a good chat.
Tea or
Yeah.
coffee.
Cup of tea, quick
We
bite to eat,
went
small
to
bite
do a
to eat.
warm up with
Yes.
the horse
Yeah.
for half an hour or so,
Yeah.
about 6:30.
Do a bit of singing, do a bit of singing
Yeah.
to warm our
Yeah.
voices up, and yeah.
Is it too much to ask for you to do a little song?
How about a bit
together?
of Dancing Queen Korean?
Dancing Queen
Oh,
Korea.
yes.
Yeah. Come on, just that bit. 어떤 남자도 괜찮아. 아름다운 밤 있으니 어떤 막이라도 나는 괜찮아. 언제나 줄 수 있어. Oh, we started with a bit low,
I wish she was that low in the show.
Right, I was show. Yeah.
That was fantastic.
We had to do that for the 10th anniversary with the actors that had played.
Korean
Trying to learn it, though.
Yeah.
We spent a month trying to learn 4 lines. I mean, that's the
It's
only
a
Korean.
perfect delivery.
Oh,
Oh, that's good, that's good, yeah.
Well, I know that you've got a lot to do before you're going out on stage. So if there's one thing that you can say to the audiences, not just here in Korea, but throughout the world who are watching the show in 188 countries, what would you want to say to them?
Oh gosh.
Well, I want to say, if people know the film really well, the musical is better. Don't think you know it if you've seen the film.
Stage
I
is
swear to God, you won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Everyone loves this show.
And I have to say, I wasn't a massive fan of ABBA songs. I really wasn't. And doing this show has made me realise how wonderful the songs are, and it's a real feel-good show. So everybody is at the end of the show, wherever we go, whatever country we've been to, they're on the feet dancing, singing. So you come out and it's a happy feel-good show. So if you haven't seen it, come and watch it.
But I'm going to be watching it again.
Yes. Oh, brilliant.
Along with some of our staff, so we will see you guys on stage really soon.
Yes.
So when you see out in the crowd, if you see the crazy one in the
Yes,
back,
get on your feet first.
Dance
If you get on your feet, everybody else will follow.
Okay, there you go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you guys so
Thanks a
much.
lot.
Lovely
Thank
to
you.
meet you.
Yes, thank you.
See you
And,
there.
we'll see you in a few
Enjoy
minutes.
the show.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
So
Lovely
looking
to
forward to
meet
you
you.
performing tonight.
Well,
So
Stand up at the end.
Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Just like every other night, it was a packed house with numerous Mamma Mia fans coming to see the original UK production. Mamma Mia has been the most successful musical in Korea to date, and everyone seemed excited to watch the original. With just 30 minutes left before opening, Sara became busy with the last-minute preparations, putting on her costume, applying makeup, and doing her hair.
Ready.
Yes, fantastic. Oh, really looking forward for tonight, you know?
yes.
Brilliant.
Super.
Let's do it, girls.
INNERview.
Good, excited?
Yeah, very excited.
Thursday night?
Thrilled.
Sarah's mum's in.
My
We're
very
doing it for a
narrow.
mum.
Could you sing for us a little bit?
No.
I will have a local day to pay the bills I have to pay.
Dum 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 dum.
Okay, say hello to our audience.
Hi. Come and see the show. Come and see the show. It's brilliant. Bye. Bye.
Sophie opened the scene with the song I Have a Dream and mesmerized the audience.
Well, this is going to be my jackpot, girls. Oh, I need a break. I need a holiday. I've been running this place for 15 years and I've never had a day off. So I must leave. I'll have to go to Las Vegas some other go.
ABBA's hit songs have been beautifully interwoven within the narrative of Mamma Mia. The inspirational story of familial love, friendship, and romance unfolds fantastically on stage by the cast and crew of West End production.
I don't want to spoil your lovely surprise, but the last time I saw your mother, she said she never wanted to see me again. So if you're the one who really sent the invitation, I'm still barred.
But that was years ago. I want you here.
Why?
Because it's my wedding, and I want everyone to be friends. I want to sing it out.
The irresistibly exciting musical Mamma Mia begins with Sophie, who is about to get married, inviting her 3 potential fathers to the island where she resides.
Thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it?
For the audience, it's quite awesome to listen to the timeless hits of ABBA, but what's even more amazing is how the songs were so perfectly placed.
So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. So I say thank you for the music.
For giving it to me.
There is not a moment of dullness in this 160-music musical. Mamma Mia presenting live performances of the greatest hits of the legendary band ABBA that are now only available in a recorded form. The classic songs bring back memories for the energetic audience of all ages. And when performed on stage by the stellar cast, they inspire and take everyone's breath away. Mamma Mia presenting a heartwarming story about love and relationships will make you ponder about the true meaning of love and leave you with a sense of admiration for youth. It's a musical that can be appreciated by people of all ages, and it's bound to go down in history as one of the greatest musicals ever produced.
So it's the end of our show. We had an incredible time interviewing Sara Poyzer. What an incredible lady, huh? Now I hope that you will definitely stay tuned to her career because I know that it can only get better from here. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much for joining us here on The Interview.
Dream, a song to sing, to help me cope with anything. If you see the wonder of a fairy tale,